This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast for Wednesday, November the 9th, ahead of a throwback Thursday tomorrow. Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast brought to you by Burger Revolution. In November, 2 sliders, 2 great causes, 1 box. Get your Mark and Charity slider. See burgerrevolution.ca.
And you talked to Jeff yesterday about our sliders because it's been a week. They went up on the menu last Tuesday, November the 1st, and will remain there until the end of the month. So we were kind of curious to know how sales went. I know I always I guess I undersell it. Not undersell it, but my expectations are low.
I know.
They are, because you were all about it. You're like, oh, we're going to get this many. I'm like, oh, I'll be happy if we sell maybe 30 in the first week, thinking that's good. But when you texted me yesterday, how many did we sell? Which was my guess Thursday. Nay. 121 boxes.
121, yep.
That's incredible. In the first week.
In the first week, which is nice. And he said, so $1 from each one of those boxes are going to be split so far amongst the Firefighters Toy Drive, as well as the Christmas sharing program. But it will continue throughout all November, so every box sold, it's going to go. Mm-hmm. And then the one with the most votes, because you'll also get a ballot to choose whether you like Team Mark or Team Charity's burger most, will get a little bit more money on top of that. So win-win, nobody loses. And of the ones that voted, they've sold 121 boxes, and they've collected back, I think it was 112 of the ballots. And it was 121.
Because it was 66 to 55.
That's right. 66-55 are the votes.
For Mark.
For me at this point. So we're, a quarter of the way through the month. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Mark's up 66-55. But you know what? I had the wind in my back. Now we go the other direction. This is where, as we get toward halftime.
And I am not denying you have a very good burger. They complement each other nicely because yours has the zing, whereas mine's, I find, just a little more cleansing, a little more refreshing, calmer. Yours is like, boom, hit you in the face.
What was that? I'm voting for it.
And then mine's like, whew.
So we thank Jeff. I mean,
it's amazing.
I try and take credit for my burger. Jeff went in and said, you stand over there, I'll create it, and you can take the credit. It's like Santa for him.
Good.
It's like Santa for him. He does all the work, and I'm the fat guy who gets the credit. It's like, I'm like Santa in all of this.
But our Burger Revolution throwback this week as well. We went back 30 years. 1992. And you're leading there too, which I can't be angry about because, as you pointed out, it's been a while since you've
I haven't won in a while, so I wasn't going to overthink it.
I want to say you haven't won. You didn't win in October.
I don't think so.
There wasn't 1 week. Maybe September.
I'm not sure.
But I have to go back.
That I've won since the children have been in school. I'm not sure. It just seems like it's so long ago.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to overthink it. I just said, okay, what was the biggest song of 1992? Oh, look, Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Ding, that's my song. And of course, you were like,
I actually put some thought into it.
I know. I didn't know that you liked it. Doesn't matter. That's my song.
You do like it. Don't pretend you don't like it.
Yeah, don't pretend I don't. When the cookies, boom. And my hand's up like Celine.
The emotional crescendo, no.
Oh, my
Mark
gosh.
hates that.
I never do that. I never do that. Like, I don't always sing Backstreet Boys. Yes, I do. But when I do, I sing out loud. But Sophie B. Hawkins, a great choice.
It is a great choice. You never hear it. I mean, damn, I wish I was your lover.
Throwback, right?
Exactly.
Great
I
songs.
put thought into it, Mark. Mm-hmm. It's not Whitney Houston, I realize.
I did research. What's at the top?
Exactly.
Give me that one.
What is going to beat Charity badly? Okay, Whitney Houston.
Now, I can win by 1 vote. I don't care. I just need...
No, you're going to beat me badly because you are already.
Is that up front? Okay.
So it's fine. You can win this. Mm-hmm. I want the burgers.
Yeah.
So don't win the wrong one, Mark.
Because the gang well, I'm not sure who has more supporters, whether all the firefighters going for the toy drive to go buy them or whether all of the volunteers, because they have dozens for the Christmas sharing. So
and
if it gets down to
who may benefit from Christmas sharing, they may be like, you know what, we're going to give back too. Yeah. Because they've helped us in the past. So we're going to go buy their burgers.
People whose houses burned? No, I don't see how... I don't see how I win this one.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, no.
You can play this card all you want. Secretly, you're like, yes.
Nuts.
Yes.
So that went on the show this morning. So that was
and that's
great.
A lot of fun to be following along with. So continue to buy the burgers, continue to support Christmas sharing and the Firefighters Toy Drive, and we will continue our partnership with Jeff coming up with these great burgers.
That's for sure. Then we talked about, and we really
this was kind of cool.
a nerve because we had a lot of texts that come in on this one. I saw an article called Angel Numbers. And angel numbers, after reading it, I learned, are repeating number sequences, often used as a guide for deeper spiritual exploration, which for me always goes, whatever.
Exactly.
And I always thought okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. No. It's the same number.
In sequences of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and what I didn't know until you jumped in with it, thank you, is that each number among angel number numerologists signifies a different grace or a different feeling from beyond. Because I would think the ones that show up, it began, of course, with 11:11 on a digital clock. It became a phenomenon that people always seem to turn and look at a clock at 11:11. And why was that? And somebody asked me about it, and I said, no, I don't think that's a thing. And they said, no, I think it's kind of a thing. So I Googled 11:11, and all of a sudden the Google search says meaning, spiritual guides, all this stuff. It's like, holy smokes, there really is. So then when I saw that, so what does 1 mean? 1
means intuition. That's your intuition. So it's telling you to trust your gut and listen to your heart. So there's a reason why you're seeing the 1.
Yeah. Right.
So if you're trying to make a decision, if you're thinking about someone, if you're about to do something and you're questioning it, this is a reminder that trust yourself.
Yeah. If you're driving
What's
home,
your first feeling?
Yeah, and the license plate in front of you has a 111.
Yeah, could be. Yep.
Wow, okay, and that means, so my numbers, I always find,
because it goes 1 to 9.
Yeah, are 3.
Yep.
Which means?
Support.
Your
guides are there to support you. There are spirits with you, supporting you.
So I should go forth with more confidence.
Yes.
And 8.
Balance.
Things
are falling into place to balance out. Everything's coming together to balance out. So if you're seeing 8 in 3s or 4s, that's what it means.
Balance. Doesn't necessarily mean you're getting everything you want, but it is in balance.
But if you're feeling like you've got a lot of balls in the air maybe, or you're trying to do a whole bunch of things at once, it's just relax. Everything's coming together. It is going to come together. Just wait.
And it will be balanced.
And it'll be balanced.
Okay. So mine are 3 and 8. People talk about 1s. I
see 4s and 5s.
You see 4s.
Quite often.
Yeah.
4s, at least twice a week, I'll see 4s. First thing in the morning on my way to work. I don't know what it is.
It's 4:44.
It's 4:40. I'll just happen to glance down. It's 4:44. And it made me laugh out loud because looking at these angel numbers, 4 means protection. So the universe is telling me that I am protected. At 4:44 in the morning, I'm driving.
Yeah, in the dark.
In the dark. So it's a reminder that I am protected. So thank you to my guides and the universe for keeping me protected. The other one I see quite often is 5:55, and I do. And that's just before I come in here. It means change. Something new is coming. If you see 5:55.
Well, that's every day for you.
So I come in here at 5:55. It's like, get ready.
No 2 shows are ever the same.
Now, if you want to look at the other numbers between 1 and 9, those are the ones that we quite often see. But if you see a lot of 2s, alignment, you're in the right place at the right time. So if you see 222 or if you're seeing 2s everywhere, it's alignment. Everything, you are where you're supposed to be. So again, trust.
And isn't that a nice feeling?
It is. It's reassuring, right? It's just, and all of this is, I think, just a reassurance that relax, things are the way they should be, and you're there.
That's so crazy because now I wish 2 was my number because the opposite occurs for me. The most unsettling feeling that I get is always, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Like when I want to get philosophical, when I take a look around at what I'm doing in my life and how I want to help out and who I want to help out next and do I want to help, I always seem to get caught up in it. What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, but
am I using my talents to the best of the ability, right? You think like that.
That's why you're seeing 8. It's reminding you that everything is falling into place. Everything it's balance. Stop worrying. Stop wondering.
Sound like I want to see 2s though.
It doesn't work that way.
I know.
You can't see what you want to see.
Exactly.
You're given what you need.
Yeah.
666, some may question that one.
Right.
But remember, it's 3s and 4s. But if you're seeing 6, it's guides, the universe telling you to reflect. Take a moment. It's time to wake up to your higher spiritual self. Okay? So just reflect a little bit. Take a moment. Meditate. A great way to do that. 7, we haven't talked about 7. 7, you said lucky number 7. That's exactly what 7 is.
It is lucky.
If you're seeing 7s, wonderful things are about to happen. 7 is a lucky number according to angel numbers. And 9 is release. It's time to let go of what's no longer serving you.
Wow. There's another gift.
So if you're seeing 9s, whatever it is that's on your mind, whatever you're worrying about, whatever you're fretting about, wondering about, let it go.
And the thing about the angel numbers, too, in the article that I read is, I may see 9s, it doesn't register because they're not my angel numbers.
Yes, that's another good point.
It's amazing. But now that I know these things, I wonder if, you shouldn't be a little bit more perceptive.
Do you think you'll be more aware now when you see numbers?
Yeah, like, it's okay, I'm going to get a lottery ticket. Then I go somewhere and I see an address that says 777. Yes, lucky. Then it means a little bit more, or, you start to, harbor resentment, and then you start seeing a bunch of 9s, and the answer to that is let it go.
Let it go.
But it's just a nice reminder.
It's funny. You
don't have to get too deep into it. It's just a nice reminder.
You can.
Yeah,
But it was the kids who actually brought my attention to the clocks. When they all became 555, 4443. Whenever we see that 333, 222, right. one of the angel numbers, they're the ones who pipe up and say, "Oh, Mom, make a wish." They see it as lucky or as significant. Right. They don't obviously are aware of the angel numbers. They're not aware of that. But to them, it means something just because it's such a rarity. How often do you see these numbers? So when they do, it's like, oh, make a wish.
Because
they
nice.
mean something. So they mean something on in a different way, on a different level, of course.
I'm a nerd. Like Nerdle is one of my favorite Wordle games. Mm-hmm. So Andrew and I, when he would do math in school, I taught him all about palindromes. And palindromes are a sequence of numbers that are the same forwards and backwards. Mm-hmm. So 1001 is a palindrome, 959.
Yeah.
Andrew's thing, rather than angel numbers, was always palindromic numbers. And he would
And I'm sure there's a meaning behind those too.
Could be.
I'm sure there is. But these angel numbers, because you said it, I just want to go back to it.
Oh my gosh.
It struck me that you even wanted to go here today, that you wanted to talk. Like, this is totally me. Like, this stuff fascinates me beyond. Mm-hmm. I've been so interested in stuff like this all my life. You, I know, are a little more skeptical. And that's why I was surprised that you wanted to dive into this today.
Well, it was such an interesting article. And the other part of it was very well written. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, so it has sort of that.
It's not.
Yeah. It doesn't put you down if you don't believe in it.
Well, and I don't.
Or the other side, which is so new age.
It's not like the hocus pocus of it all. And
okay, so what I'll do is I'll get my incense burning and I'll sit down with a deck of cards.
It's not over the top.
It's just a perceptive thing. And so which one of these numbers jumps out to you more? And I may see 777 all the time. It doesn't register.
Exactly.
But boy, do I ever notice it when it's 333 and 888.
So clearly you need the support and the balance.
Boy, do I ever. Which one do you
Just
provide?
Just like I need the protection and the change every day. Definitely the protection.
Okay. Maybe more 4 than 5. You have like a major and a minor number.
Yeah, exactly.
But thanks for everybody when they sent in all kinds of stuff. The texts this morning, they were all over that number stuff. And
yeah, it was very
opened up other discussions. And so thanks everybody for sharing that. Coming up on the show tomorrow, we'll get those winning songs for Burger Revolution and Throwback Thursday. Get your vote for Sophie B. Hawkins or Whitney Houston on Facebook, winning song after 8 o'clock. Inspector Sherry Meeks is going to be on the show. We're going to have her on the show a few times. She's got a great event coming up next week, Women in Policing.
Mm-hmm. If you know a young lady who's interested in policing, kind of on the fence perhaps, maybe thinking, you know what, I want to do it, but I don't know if I want to do it. Mm-hmm. This is a great opportunity for anyone 16 and over, any females 16 and over, to really dive in, to talk to the officers, to see the police station, to get a real hands-on feeling. Is this something I want to pursue? And very interesting to speak with Inspector Meeks about that event coming up next week.
So we'll have her on later on the show and on the podcast. But while we had her there, tomorrow night is the Chamber Mingle, and it's at the police station.
You were calling it the Jingle Mingle.
I thought it was the Jingle Mingle.
Which would be very cool, but I started to question it. And then you got frustrated with me because I was questioning it. And I just said, well, I don't see anything that says it's
I have
Jingle
the email
Mingle.
that says it. So I wandered back to my inbox that they sent from the chamber. Joe Raycroft sends me the email, and I looked it up, and it just says Mingle.
But it could still be Jingle Mingle.
Maybe I just see what I want to see.
It is before Christmas.
Yeah. But anyway,
But an opportunity if you haven't seen the police station.
Yeah. Get your, Phil, so they got enough people in there and what you're going to see. And so we're going to have on the show to talk about that a little bit coming up tomorrow. What else is tomorrow? New movies? Wakanda Forever is coming this weekend at the box office, Black Panther. And apparently Jimmy says, spoiler alert, it's fantastic. And the one part that he likes most about it, he said, is that it is, if not flat out a tribute movie, it definitely pays respect to Chadwick Boseman and his passing. Because it's the elephant in the room. You can't ignore it. But on the other hand, you can't be sad about it. But he said it strikes a wonderful balance. And he said it's a really good movie.
Because I think a lot of people were wondering how that would continue on without him, because the first one was so good. Yeah. Like Black Panther was a really amazing film. So how do you move forward? Watch
the Avenger movies after that. Black Panther was a major character. Wasn't a secondary character.
No.
I mean, the final big fight scene takes place in Wakanda.
Exactly.
That's
Infinity War. That's he was right there with everybody else.
How would you replace Robert Downey Jr.? I'm not saying he's ill, but it's like now you got to recast. Like that was a tough thing to do. So good. So that movie's coming out. So we have to get how many millions of dollars it's going to make at the box office?
He says 150. I saw an estimate this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with that as opposed to Jimmy's. It was over twice the amount Jimmy estimated.
You're kidding.
Over $300 million. And I think, I think it might.
People have to want to go back to the theater.
I think they do.
And I mean, safety-wise, I'm okay with it, but I'm out of that mindset. I think Kath and I would go to 2 or 3 movies a month. And I think we've gone once in the last year because it's just nothing. So it's going to take... Is it
health-related, though?
No.
Or you just gotten out of the habit?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's out.
All right.
We've just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a movie like this or a movie we really want to see, get us going. Yeah, for sure. So if that's the case for you, then that movie's coming up this weekend. Jimmy's going to have that as well. Get your birthdays in, Celebrity Birthday Game tomorrow. And then we're going to bring the high-low game back. We rested it for Galaxy of Games. So as not to confuse people when we had the Smiley's Independent high-low game. And so we've got that.
So this is the Galaxy of Games high-low.
High-low game. Totally different.
Not the grocery one. Galaxy of Games.
Great gift card can be yours tomorrow morning at 7:15.
Not Smarties.
That's right. But it's Chilangos. So all good. Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. We've got it up by 11 o'clock in the morning. Just subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcasts and join us another 10 or 15 minutes, sometimes 20, as much as what went on in the morning show. It is 25 minutes. Who's kidding who? It's Wednesday, November the 9th. Enjoy your day today. We'll talk tomorrow.